Yo, what's up guys, Savage here. I want to show you guys something real quick. Take a look at the screen. This video is going to be about balance changes, but I want to show you guys a sneak peek, just a sneak peek at the Savage Anthem. This is our Clash Royale Karaoke Contest. This will be our entry to that, but let me just show you a sneak. Get it? You want some karaoke? I know there's what to do. We about to get lit. Savage Nation is my crew. Night Witch just came out. She's totally OP. The only way to rock her is to go and get that 3. This is the legendary queen, just what you've been waiting for. You wanted trophies, well she just opened up the door. Now there's a thing, strategy is at the core, but Clash is key, so let me hear you freaking roar. Man, this is Night Witch. You gotta wait for the rest of that. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed that little sneak peek. If you want to see some more, make sure you comment down below and say hashtag the second verse. Hey. But nah, all kidding aside, this video is about the balance changes. If you didn't know about it, make sure you guys are checking your News Royale tab. But what I want to do is we're gonna do some battles here, and I'm gonna pull up the balance changes here on my side, and we'll see if I can do a battle with the deck I made using cards that are in the balance changes that'll be affected by the balance changes, and then actually still talk about it at the same time. So we'll see how it goes here. I'm like halfway through this challenge right here. I fully expect not to win with this thing, but I don't know, we'll see. Night Witch is still OP, so if we got double Night Witch, Battle Ram, Bandit, Tornado, Poison, Skeletons, we'll see how it goes. So we'll try and talk about it. So first one, Night Witch, obviously everyone knew she was going to get the nerf. Kind of unfortunate because obviously, you know, I was hoping to buy a bunch of her from the shop, but I mean, we'll see how it goes. She could still be really OP. Basically, the only thing's happening, her spawn. So you see right there, as soon as I dropped her, she spawned those bats. So now instead of that, it's going to be, let's do this. Yeah, nice. All right. Instead of that, it's going to be, I need my tornado. Nice, not too shabby, not too shabby. We only got 1 musketeer hit on that right tower, not too bad. So spawn bats on death. So instead of 4, it's gonna be 3. The spawn bat speed is going to be 6 seconds instead of 5 seconds. So every 6 seconds, she's gonna spawn additional bats instead of every 5 seconds. So we'll see how that goes. And then aside from that, let's see what I wanna do here. Let's try a little bit of this. Normally people with this deck don't have the log. So let's try this out. They usually have Battle Ram. Oh, okay, well, he does have the log. Oh, and he's got Minion Horde. Okay. That'll be interesting. I need to make a positive trade here if I ever did. Okay. Hold on a second. Do I have my tornado? I do, but unfortunately, it's going to connect beforehand, so I'm going to have to tornado this win. Like I said, we're probably not going to even win with this thing. Is that a joke? Goblin Gang, come on down here while he tries to heal those things. I didn't use the heal spell, even though it's part of the balance changes, but it is what it is. All right, so Night Witch spawns 3 instead of 4. Spawn speed is 5 seconds instead of 6 seconds, and on top of that, the initial spawns are slower. So instead of dropping her right away and getting those 2 bats, it says it's gonna be slower. It doesn't say how much slower or how much longer it's gonna take or whatever, but you know, it's a nerf nonetheless. All right, so they're gonna go that way. We'll start Witch on this side. Next one, Tornado. This one can be really cool, but I think it's mostly gonna be relevant in 2v2. Let's go with this right here. Goblin Gang. I know they got the log. Bandit. No! Alright, we're gonna lose that tower, that's for sure. Tornado, Poison, and Heal. You can do multiple of the same spell and it'll stack. So by stack, that means you could do multiple ones together and they will double whatever their damage is or whatever their effect is. So instead of having, he's gonna log right here. Yeah. I'm not even gonna be able to get the bandit down. All right, there's the bandit. 17 seconds left. We're gonna get wrecked by this guy's whatchamacallit here, but that's okay because, like I said, this is just for the fun of it. Oh man. All right, good game. Tornado, Poison, Heal. Multiple of the same stack of the same spell will stack, so you can actually do. He's like, He's like, what the heck is this deck? It's trash. Yeah, I know, but that's because the balance changes haven't come out yet. That's why we need the balance changes. Tornado, poison, heal. You can do multiple of the same ones. So you can do 2 poisons on top of each other. It's gonna do double the damage. You can do 2 heal spells on top of each other. It'll heal twice as much. And then you can do, I don't really see why you would want to do this one, but you could do multiple tornadoes on top of each other. The problem is they're just going to cancel each other out. Like one's going to pull one way and one's going to pull the other way, and they're just going to like, you're just not going to move the troops. So it doesn't really make any sense, except for like the damage that it does, but I don't really see that as very much value for the cost. So I don't really know about that one, but we'll jump into the battle here. Sticking with the update and back onto the tornado. This one can be pretty big. Tornado duration, instead of 3 seconds, is going to be dropped down to 2.5 seconds. So that 0.5 second reduction is going to be enough to where it's not going to fully kill stab goblins, for example. Oh, okay, there goes the iPad dropping stuff where it shouldn't. Oops. We'll just let them know that that was not a purposeful thing right there. We'll go on this side. Nice. So tornado 2.5 instead of 3. So it's not going to fully kill stab goblins. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of other things that it will not fully kill, but the main thing I guess is like stab goblins and stuff like that. So it's not going to do as much damage. The length of time will still be enough to like pull hog riders and goblin barrels and stuff like that off your tower. So not too big of a deal there. The log will be ranged from 11.6 tiles down to 11.1. So the big thing with that is that you can no longer you can no longer drop a log back behind your tower to kill a goblin barrel and have it roll all the way to the front and take out a princess. So I see a rise in log bait decks coming out because you're not gonna be able to log at all. Bang. All right. So log. That's the deal with the loggy goblin gang. All right. So a lot of people talked about how this should be a thing and it's gonna happen. Goblin gang, the value for the goblin gang was just crazy. It basically negated people using spear gobs, stab goblins. It's still going to be probably the case, but it's going to be slightly less OP for the 3 elixir cost. They're going to get rid of one of the spear goblins. So instead of having, well, I'll just show you. So instead of having the 3 and 3 right here, it's going to have the 3 stab goblins, but it's going to get rid of 2 of the spear goblins, which I think that's probably the best choice. I think in terms of when I was thinking about, I don't think he meant to zap right there. I don't know, who knows. In terms of, well, let's do this. In terms of like the value of it, I think most people use Goblin Gang also to counter with like Lava Hound and stuff like that, because you get the additional damage from the, you get the addition, oh, he has lightning, huh? Oh well, that's fine. He's just saving up to lightning right there, that's fine. We still got the bats. Oh, and he's got the zap right there. He doesn't know we're just trolling him. But anyways, go back to the Goblin Gang. Now we'll only have 2 spear goblins instead of the 3, so it's not going to be quite as valuable and quite as good. Whoa, the bandit still got a shot. It's not going to be quite as good on defense, at least towards air troops. That's what I was trying to say this whole time. Yes! No! Dang. We're not going to win this one, but that's okay. I don't expect to win any of these things. We're just kind of like messing around. He's like, what in the world? Oh, okay, well, now I wish I didn't waste that other, now I wish I didn't waste the other, whatever I just used, the tornado, because it wasn't really needed right there. He's still gonna take this anyways. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm putting stuff on the screen for you to watch. That way it's not boring. All right, so let's go again. Skeletons. Oh my God, okay, Clash Royale, this is a message to you guys. Can you please just like leave the poor little skeletons alone? It's gone from, my battery's almost dead. It's gone from 4 to 3 to 4 to 3 to 4. I mean, the next balance change is probably gonna go back to 4, but I don't know, just leave them alone. I know they're super powerful. They're definitely super powerful, which is why they're trying to do it for the value of 1 elixir, the amount of things that they can counter with having 4, so you can evenly split pulling minion hordes and all these different things. I get it, but just make this like the final thing. Like, I don't know. It is what it is, but it's a little bit of a difficult thing. So skeleton count going from 4 down to 3, but this time it's not going anywhere. That poor Larry, he's not going anywhere. He's going on permanent vacation because it's not going to the skeleton army or anything like that. It's just getting straight up nixed. So that's the deal on that one. Bandit. the Bandit. That's why I have her in here. She's getting a +4 hit point improvement, as well as, see, here's another perfect example right here. Splitting the skeletons to shut down like bowlers and just different things like that, musketeers. Bandit gets a +4% HP increase, and the dash initiates, there we go, quicker. It doesn't say how quick, how much quicker. It just says that it dashes quicker. So hopefully that means it's gonna lock onto target and just dash quick. It's gonna make it a lot more valuable, because right now it's pretty easy to counter her. If you see her coming, you just drop something and it interrupts her charge. Even if she's in the middle of a charge, you can still counter her. Right there, we actually got pretty lucky with the charge attack, but definitely she was in need of a buff because her usage rate is next to nothing. All right, witch down here in the back. So that's the Bandit. Inferno Dragon, you guys know, very rarely has it ever been used except in a couple of like Lava Hound decks, but again, it's something that's for a legendary, highly underused. So in the buff for the Inferno Dragon, hit point +7%, and then the most critical part is getting the retargeting quicker, so 0.2 seconds quicker that it's going to retarget, which might not sound like a lot, but I'm sure in the grand scheme of things it'll be pretty significant. So 0.2 seconds quicker that it'll retarget, so maybe it won't get shut down as easy against, you know, the 4 elixir or soon to be 3, not elixir, but the 4 unit skeleton for 1 elixir. Now it'll be, you know, 3 skeletons, so who knows, we'll see what happens with that. But it's just nice to see that they're trying to do something with her, because, you know, you guys know she needs some help. All right, there's that, there's that. What do you get, 1 bull on the tower? I don't know. I mean, this one, I would really be highly surprised, and I would be cracking up if we ended up winning this. It seems like he has a hard time countering the battle ram, so I mean, we'll just keep going with that, and then poison right here. Yes! Oh, he has a hard time countering the battle ram and the bandit. Are we gonna get 1 victory off this? Oh baby! And then skeletons right here, soon to be 3 instead of the 4, will no longer be able to shut down battle ram like that. So that's gonna be a pretty big change. It's kind of an indirect buff to the battle ram, aside from the battle ram already getting a buff, which we'll have to talk about here in a second. That's a good game. We just got a freaking win right there. That's crazy. So that's the Inferno. Next one, the Witch, which is why we're using her. She was in much need of love even before the Night Witch came out, but then now that the Night Witch is out, people are like, yo, the Witch is just now complete garbage. Complete garbage. Because it's just too expensive for 5 elixir to do way less damage and like whatever else versus her sister or whatever it is, the Night Witch. So Witch hit points +5%, area damage radius +10%, which means it's gonna have an easier time, which thank goodness, it's gonna have an easier time going against swarm units, like Skeleton, for example, Skarmy. So I'm trying to think and play at the same time. It's actually kind of difficult. So she'll have an easier time against Skarmy, which is good. Yo, Bandit's on the tower, dude, doing work. I'm gonna go with the battle ram right here to tank for the Sparky, and then to also do some work. Dude, if we get another win here, I'm gonna freak out. And he's got a Witch, yo, the underused Witch. So hit points +5, area damage +10%, so it's gonna have a bigger area of damage, which hopefully will help it do better against Skarmy, etc., Minion Horde, whatever else people got going. I'll go Witch. There you go, activate the King Tower. We're doing pretty good right there. All right, sweet. And then also spawn speed. Okay, so spawn speed also is increased. So she's gonna spawn more skeletons, or at least more frequently she'll spawn skeletons. So instead of 7.5 seconds, 7 seconds. And the initial skeleton, just like with the Night Witch, the initial skeletons spawn slower. So it's not gonna be those initial, you know, rush of skeletons. It's gonna take a little bit more time. Next one, clone spell. I don't know if they're ever gonna really get clone to work well unless it was like an immediate instant thing, but basically with the clone spell, it says it's gonna be a faster cloning effect. So right now when you do cloning, it takes a while. I mean, it's like frozen there. It's pretty easy. People have a lot of time to counter it. So instead of it taking so long, I guess, it's gonna be able to clone quicker. So we'll have to kind of wait and see what that looks like. Again, that's weird because most of the time they're pretty precise on their update information. So I find it kind of strange, honestly, that they're so vague in a lot of these information. It's, you know, initial bat spawn slower, skeleton spawn slower, dash initiates quicker, faster cloning effect, but it's like so vague. Isn't that kind of weird? They're usually pretty precise. But anyways, that's enough of that. Battle ram. Damage that destroys the ram won't affect barbarians. So the big question here, does that mean that you can't use them as a lightning rod? I think that's probably why they did this. So if that's the case, that could be pretty big. It's for like the Three Musketeer battle ram deck. So we'll have to wait and see, but should be interesting nonetheless. 10 seconds left. I just realized we could have won this one if we're not being stupid. So let's see. Let's try this here. Does he have log? I don't know. Poison? He has Scar Me. No, he's got, oh, he's got Inferno Tower too. I forgot about that. 428. One sec. Let me go down to some more, but let's see if we can win this one. That'd be pretty crazy, right? Alright, let's do this. Night Witch, you know it. Come on, Night Witch is gonna do work right there. Yeah, dude, we're totally gonna win this one. This is crazy. I have no idea how we're winning this thing. Please don't let him win. He's got Fireball. Bang! We're winning with a pre-balance change deck. That's hilarious. I don't know. It's crazy. All right, so that was the Battle Ram. Damage that destroys our won't affect the Barbarian, so we'll have to wait and see what that looks like exactly. But the footage that I did see is now, if someone uses a bowler to counter the Battle Ram, the last bull that actually kills or breaks the shield of the Battle Ram itself still also does damage to barbarians. So we'll have to wait and see if it's something referencing that, or if it's specifically referencing people using it as a lightning rod, and how right now if you lightning a Battle Ram, the first tick of the lightning breaks the shield and then the second two hit the barbs. But if it separates the two as separate entities, it might lightning the Battle Ram and then the other ones might hit the Musketeer because the barbs are like a separate thing. So I don't know, because they weren't already there. We'll have to wait and see, but that should be kind of interesting. And then the final one, and this one's kind of funny that they're gonna nerf this before it even comes out, so we don't even get to see the full effect. But the bats from the Night Witch, once the bats come out, the bat count is gonna be 4 instead of 5. It was supposed to be 5. It's gonna end up being 4. So we'll have to wait, obviously, and see how that goes. I don't think they've, yeah, it's available soon, but we'll have to wait and see what that looks like. But going down to 4 instead of 5, it's probably a good idea, but we won't know until it's actually a release. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the balance changes and the sneak peek of the Savage Anthem is what we're gonna call it for that little video in the beginning. I'll have the full released video and music video, whatever you want to call it, of that coming soon. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure you got your notifications on so you see it as soon as it comes out. We got to get it trending, right, on YouTube. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like if you did. I'll see you in the next one. And as always, stay savage.